The Intelligent Investor. Part 2. The Two Paths, Defensive and Enterprising Investors. My friend, now that you understand the foundation of investing, the difference between speculation and investment, and the need for emotional discipline, it is time to take the next step. Benjamin Graham tells us there are two main paths for the intelligent investor. One is the path of the defensive investor. The other is the path of the enterprising investor. Neither path is superior. What matters is which one suits you, your character, your time, your temperament. The defensive investor. The defensive investor is cautious. He does not want to spend his life analyzing stocks, nor does he seek extraordinary profits. He wants safety, stability, and a fair return. For the defensive investor, Graham gives clear guidance. Diversify broadly. Avoid speculation. Rely on high-quality bonds and stocks of strong, established companies. The defensive investor accepts that he may never beat the market in a spectacular way, but he will not be destroyed by it either. Graham recommends a balance, often 50% in bonds and 50% in stocks. This balance can shift slightly, perhaps 75% stocks in a bullish time, or 25% in a fearful time. But the anchor remains the same. The lesson is simple. Preserve your wealth. Let it grow steadily. Do not chase the crowd. If you are someone who wants peace of mind, if you prefer stability over excitement, then this is your path. The enterprising investor. Now let us turn to the second path, the enterprising investor. This path is for the one who is willing to put in extra effort, to study, to think independently. The enterprising investor does not gamble, but he does seek opportunities that others overlook. What does Graham suggest for the enterprising investor? Search for undervalued stocks. Look for companies with strong balance sheets that the market has ignored. Focus on small and medium firms where opportunities may hide. Be prepared for effort, patience, and sometimes long waiting periods. The enterprising path requires knowledge, courage, and discipline. It is not for everyone, but for those who follow it with wisdom, it can bring greater rewards than the defensive path. Choosing your path now, my friend, pause and reflect. Which path speaks to you? Do you want stability, peace, and a shield against risk? Then you are a defensive investor. Do you want to dedicate time, study deeply, and accept greater responsibility? Then you may be an enterprising investor. There is no shame in either choice. Wisdom lies not in pretending to be what you are not, but in being honest with yourself. The role of diversification. Regardless of the path you choose, Graham insists on one principle: diversification. Never place all your wealth in a single stock or a single industry or even a single asset class. The future is uncertain and risk is always present. Diversification is the armor that protects the investor. It does not eliminate risk. Nothing can, but it prevents disaster. Remember this truth. Concentration makes fortunes, but diversification preserves them. An intelligent investor cares more about preservation than speculation. Closing of Part 2. So now you see the two roads that Graham sets before us, the defensive and the enterprising. Each requires discipline. Each demands self-control. But whichever you choose, never forget the principles of diversification and caution. In the final part, we will meet Graham's most famous parable, Mr. Market, and we will discover the eternal law of investing, the principle of margin of safety. These are the treasures at the heart of the intelligent investor. But before we continue, remember to take action. Subscribe to our channel. It gives us the motivation to bring you more timeless wisdom. And comment now. Write, "I commit," to declare that you will walk the path of discipline, whether defensive or enterprising.